From superhuman endurance and mysterious brain adaptations to mesmerizing sensory perceptions and mind-bending predictions, these exceptional talents will leave you in awe. Set yourself up for a fantastic journey as we inspect the astonishing gifts of 8 exceptional individuals who influence society. So, let's get started. 8. SM. This woman, identified only as SM, has an undiagnosed illness that has destroyed her amygdala, the brain area regulating fear. SM, a mother of 3 now, cannot feel fear, no matter how terrifying the circumstance is. SM watched the most gruesome films and felt a snake's tongue as part of a study to gauge her fear. SM recalls fearing the dark as a youngster, but by the time she reached early adolescence, her amygdala had already been destroyed. She even told me about running into a man while walking around a recreation area. He hurried upon her and cut her throat with a blade. He was scared off when she gently explained that he would have to go past her guardian angel first. She calls the encounter strange today. 7. Most Tibetans. The world's tallest mountain, Mount Everest, is frequently climbed with the assistance of Sherpas. Most Tibetans and the Sherpas of Nepal have qualities that empower them to persevere at heights of up to 4 kilometers, 13,000 feet, in the Himalayas. Specialists were puzzled about how they could do this only a couple of years prior. They presently comprehend that 87% of Tibetans have a special quality that empowers them to use up to 40% less oxygen than ordinary individuals. Tibetans have been able to live at such high altitudes for such a long time thanks to the EPAS1 gene. Researchers assert that Tibetans get this talent from extinct creatures known as the Denisovans. 6. Thai Ngoc. Thai Ngoc, a farmer from Vietnam, experienced a fever in 1973, which at first glance didn't seem to be a big deal. He had severe instances of restlessness after the fever died down. He didn't ponder it, since he accepted it would go in a few days. He hasn't slept since that feverish night, more than 40 years later. You'd think he'd be dead after going without sleep for more than 12,000 nights. He attempted numerous home treatments and even tried to drink himself to death. Nothing is working. It shows up. Why, then, at this point, does his sleeping disorder go on for so long? 5. Tibetan monks. Monks in southern Asia, notably Tibet, claim to have mastered the art of temperature regulation by practicing an ancient type of meditation known as tumo. Buddhism holds that there is a kind of parallel world to the life we currently lead. These monks are meant to enter that other world by engaging in tumo. When they do tumo, they produce a lot of heat. Scientists were shocked to discover that the temperature of the monks' fingertips and toes increased by 8 degrees Celsius, 17 degrees Fahrenheit, when they tested for this strange phenomenon. Tibetan monks use a variety of meditation techniques in addition to tumo. The monks can slow down their metabolism by engaging in other forms of meditation. The monks' metabolism can be lowered by about 64% by meditation. They can conserve energy in a way that ordinary people cannot. Humans, on average, only reduce their metabolism by 15% during sleep. 4. Natalia Demkina. Natalia Demkina, a young Russian girl from Saransk, suddenly developed the ability to see into people's bodies. Since she was a young child, Demkina has had patients come to her flat so she can check them and determine their illnesses. This X-ray girl got Dr. Ray Hyman's consideration, and he needed to take her to New York City to do testing on her. In one of the examinations, a control patient with practically no ailments was matched with a gathering of 6 members who had different ailments, like an eliminated supplement or a metal plate in the skull from a cerebrum growth. 3. Elizabeth Sulzer. With their eyes closed, some people may perceive color. Elizabeth Sulzer has had her sight, hearing, and taste blended, enabling her to perceive vibrant sound waves and taste music. She had lived her entire life under the assumption that others could likewise taste, see, and hear music and sounds, and that this was a regular occurrence. Sulzer felt isolated, nevertheless, because she could not express her feelings to anybody else after realizing no one else possessed similar skills. Sulzer, fortunately, is a musician, so these skills greatly benefit her and enable her to create symphonies and melodies out of colors. 2. Chris Robinson. One day, Chris Robinson awoke from a disturbing dream in which two aircraft collided while in flight. Since that day, he says he has had nightmares where he can see into the future. Robinson can wake up whenever he likes and record his dreams in a dream journal. With the aid of Daniel Browning Smith, Stan Lee set up an experiment to put Robinson to the test. Robinson was instructed to think about the locations they would visit the following day, because they would take him to 10 locations. The following morning, Robinson wrote down all the places he dreamed about and put them in envelopes. As they traveled to each location, they opened the accompanying package to find that Robinson had done everything correctly. 1. Eskil Runningsbakken. Eskil Runningsbakken, one of the most incredible and death-defying performers in the world, started balancing when he was just 5 years old. When he saw someone execute incredible feats on television, his curiosity piqued. When he was 18, Runningsbakken left home and spent 11 years working in a circus. Balance was precisely what he desired. He was sure of it. In his early 30s, Runningsbakken risks his life performing handstands on a bar strung underneath a hot air balloon while riding a bicycle backward on a tightrope across a ravine. Runningsbakken, on the other hand, admits that he lacks courage and experiences anxiety before some exploits. There you have it then. This is an exciting tour of the abilities and lives of 10 outstanding people. Thus, while you work to affect the world, let their stories move you to seek after your objectives and capacities. Who knows? Perhaps one day you'll be recorded among the most skilled individuals on the planet.